Yo, yo, what's good? It's your boy, Uno Videche, your host, El Leon. I mean, so chill. Excuse the munching and the eating in your face. Okay? Just a little snack. Well, I'm about to just put something on TV and go to bed. But just decided to hop on real quick. I mean, what's up with y'all? Um, this dated people after hours. I'm talking about um, dated people's after hours segment. Welcome to the jungle, where you put your own game, probably take on home. Um, some interesting events today. You know, I've been watching video on all the alleged news and stuff that's going on. Excuse. Um, where do I start? Okay, the stuff they was talking about yesterday about the NBA stuff and the gambling and all that. Supposedly they had X-ray machines, X-ray glasses. You know, which one is it? X-ray table, the shuffling cards. You know what? What I'm thinking is, so if they were doing that, where did they get it from? Um, are casinos legally able to cheat you out your money? I mean, is there not a is there not a legal is there not a 60-40% chance, 70-30% chance of you winning in these establishments? This is the question we gotta ask, because if that's the case, then that should be illegal too. Because you literally robbing civilians and common folk people, right, out of their money, because they thinking they have a chance to go on in there. You know, they might have their back against the wall, and they might be trying to get some extra dollars so they can pay their bills, or feel good, or going through a depression, or lost a loved one. You know what I'm saying? And they go in here with the last couple dollars. Sometimes they win something, sometimes they don't. But I'm like, yo, because I've been at tables, and they do the little tricks where they switch out the dealers and this, that, and the third. Okay, that's fine. But I remember when they used to have just something they put the cards in, and they had to put them from top to bottom, and then they got these extravagant shuffle decks, and then the odds kind of like change. I mean, I don't want to put it on the casino all over the sudden. Casinos all over the sudden, because it's a fun place to be. I enjoy going. My mom enjoyed going. Family enjoy going. You know what I mean? But um, why are they going after normal people? Right? I understand. uh, I'm trying to understand, right? Because since it's going on allegedly, right? Let's speak about it. What you call it? Then I seen it was a referee that was fixing games for over 30 years. You know what I mean? And today I looked at all the stats, and surprisingly so, the numbers of the production of the players all of a sudden went up. So I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Like, sports are never gonna go back to what they used to be. People used to play their heart out. Now it's all about a check. Now it's just basically robbing the spectators out their money. Because only the ones that's gonna win is the ones that's in on the scam or know which player's finna go out, which player this, which player that, which obviously ain't us, right? But the rest of us or the rest of the people is gonna lose. So people live off this. I live off this. You know what I mean? That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Um, so in the legal form, right? So you know, I remember in some losing and be like, yo, how the fuck one ticket I'd be one off, like, or they take the player out, or the motherfuckers just don't want to score no more. Motherfucker they usually scoring this, that, and the third. Like, there's a lot of fuckery going on, right? I don't want to add to the situation, but just the information that's coming in, it's like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So we got to be a little bit wiser on how we spend our money and how we just bet our money, you know what I'm saying? For right, for fun, for just pastime, for just a chance to winning some money. Just you become good at it, whatever. You become a fanatic of teams, players, or whatever. You know what I mean? I just don't think I'm like, yo. First of all, they got to structure these contracts where they need production out of this team. But you could tell when the guys had an off day or a couple of days. But some of this shit just don't. You know what I mean? And then they got motherfuckers that's linked to some of your favorite NBA stars that got snatched up in this shit. It's like, yo, just makes me rewind at some games and some like, yo, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to put no wood to the fire. It's just I'm just see how this shit play out. You know what I mean? I just the whole NBA and how they put the mob Costa Nostra try to revamp that shit. You know what I mean? It's like we live in a society where we get targeted, right? They put this name brand on you, a criminal or fucking trafficker or fucking drug dealer or terrorist or this, that, and third, and then that's just because they name you that. The new game is just they can kill you. So I mean, it's like, and then because the good guys, this whole quote unquote good guys, that's done a lot of dirt. You know what I mean? That's foul than foul can be. You know, they just violating all the laws and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? And nothing being done about that. And yet they going after countries. They going after people that's might be poor or risking their lives just to make a couple bucks, no matter what they doing. You know what I mean? They just getting zapped, bombed, and killed. And, you know what I mean? And now we hearing the language on TV like we gonna kill y'all type shit. Like meanwhile, these niggas ain't never had a fight in their life. You know what I mean? They just giving orders, right? Massa is giving orders from the top, or masses is giving orders. You know what I mean? And these motherfuckers is carrying it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, you know, like I don't want to take it there. You know what I'm saying? In that tone, but I'm just seeing a lot of shit. Like I don't know if y'all seeing some of the shit that's transpiring or breaking it down to a certain extent. You know what I mean? I understand that fentanyl shit. That shit just came through and just, because drugs been around forever. You know what I mean? Since I've been since I can count. You know what I mean? I can read. I can see. You know what I mean? But it wasn't that detrimental. You know what I mean? It wasn't like killing people all type shit, right? So I just see like some people be in a tight situation politically, certain ways, and then they just figure out to take out their aggression and they and just go after people just because they I don't know looking up old laws that allow them to do it. Um, I know the Venezuelan dude brought that shit on the subject. I went from NBA to political, right? It's all tied, it's all tied in, right? Because the dude FBI dude, is doing, he 1 minute he was looking shook like Trump was smacking him around. Then the next minute he going at the immigrants, all kind of crazy, right? Then the next minute they jumping all the motherfucking black NBA players, coaches, and you know what I'm saying. And the next minute, you know what I mean. Then now the mobsters. It's like, hold up, man, y'all just pick and choose what y'all want to bring back. Then they naming fucking cartel slash traffickers so they can terrorists so they can invoke certain laws and really fuck some shit up. Like, I don't know. All I know is allegedly, right? Man, it's beyond allegedly. This is what's going on, right? Um, right? This is me just kicking it after hours, right? Talk a little bit before I go to bed. You know what I mean? So since I'm talking to myself by myself, I'm just expressing it to y'all. Um, um just think of you get some calls sometime from people. They be acting. I don't know if they don't realize, they on some fuck shit or they on some tattletale rat shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, yo, this motherfucker realize type of games they playing. You know what I'm saying? Call me with that, man. 'Cause I ain't gonna feel sorry for you. You know what I mean? I don't live like that. I don't do that. You see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm trying me with the fuck with. Just thinking, man, like motherfuckers is conniving. You know what I mean? Who sent you, son? Who you work for, son? You know what I mean? You gotta be crazy, you gotta be easy, man. Once you try to change your life and talk certain shit, man, it be some weird shit going on. Nigga gotta be like, they gotta, they gotta be good with the, nigga gotta be good. Get off me. You know what I mean? Word, man. I been shit crazy. Anyway, let me get back to topic, right? And I don't. The dude, let me go. Okay, I don't know where I was at, but the dude Maduro called out the United States on some fuck shit, like he was on some gangster shit, and then they just put all focus on him. Now they sending more carriers over there. You know what I mean? I hope they just don't go to bombing them people like that. You know what I mean? This he said you had the CIA and just focus on the motherfuckers you need. You know what I mean? The motherfuckers that's wrong on the shit. Y'all already killing. The killing fields is international waters, right? Because evidently y'all know how to pick up on the language. So, I mean, them people's gonna do what they gonna do because they gonna risk their little lives because believe it or not, they're probably getting paid enough to survive, whereas they can't make it wherever section of that country they from. So, you know, it's just too much force for people that's not it's not it's not no danger. You know what I mean? Trafficking. Well, you do what you normally would have done throughout the history, and if you catch them, you lock them up, and go from there. I just feel like you know, being that this is brown people, they just going crazy with the killing. whereas they saying it on TV, zapping shit away. You know what I mean? And they don't ever flex on Russia like that. They don't ever flex on China like that. Shit, they don't even really flex on Cuba like that because they scared who behind them. So I don't get it. You know what I mean? You know, because the motherfuckers is tough. A motherfucker there's a man stand on his foot, he gonna go at whatever it is, it don't matter who behind it. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? You do what you gotta do and then you come with it. Nick, I'm ready. You know what I mean? The fuck? So I just can't respect it. You know what I mean? But, you know, I know some people are misled. You know, some people, meaning the president, because it's like this. You doing so much great shit like stopping the Israel and Palestine war shit. Signing up more than one ingestion is used in the primaries. The fuck is this? Oh, look. Let me end this live and start again. I don't know what the fuck that is. They probably fucking let me take a picture of this because that don't even look right. It probably hijacking my, you know, that shit just look crazy. All right. Me and this live and come right back, y'all.